What's up, YouTube? It's Just Latasha. We are back for yet another dissection of I May Destroy You. Y'all seen the command? Throw them hearts up in the chat. Throw them hearts up in the chat. It's a love room, baby. Throw them hearts up in the chat. Good evening. Welcome. I see everybody throwing hearts. I see this is a love room. We sharing it. We sharing the love. I welcome you. Welcome you. Welcome. Tuesday night, 6 p.m. EST, right? For the live dissection of HBO's I May Destroy You, starring the incredible, incomparable Michaela Cole. Good grief. What an episode, huh? Y'all ready to talk? What an episode. All right. So I have my stream in one place. I have my chat in the other. So forgive me when I go back and forth, but I definitely want to see you guys chatting as we discuss tonight. Announcements. We have a lot to cover tonight. So I want to jump right in, but announcements first. Please follow my show page. Just Latasha's Interactions is a sketch comedy series that I will be producing later this year. We're obviously in hold on production because of coronavirus. But we do live shows. I'm trying to do it every Monday. Last night we had Sensual Healing. Shout out to Empress. Shout out to my producers, Tori Carter and Katiana Duplessis. All right, such amazing Black women on my team helping me out. Next week we will have Jameer Pond having fun of Cocoa Butter on BuzzFeed. You guys will want to be there for that live show. So follow the show page at Interactions, INNR Actions. I am here every week on Tuesday doing the I May Destroy You dissections. I am here on Thursday night for the live 8 p.m. show, 8 p.m. EST, talking about the week's biggest topic. And only if you are a patron will you get an extra stream every Sunday. Boozy Brunch Sundays, don't miss it. Shout out to my new patrons. I do a patron of the week. Shout out to you guys. I really appreciate your support, your energy, your time. It means so much. And we have so much fun every Sunday. I did recently last month add some new tiers, which you guys also will want to check out. I do script consults, feedback, send your script here over on Patreon. I've worked with so many patrons so far. They really enjoyed the feedback. It helped them a whole lot. I love doing it. I will make your script stronger because I know what I'm doing, baby. I know what I'm doing. Okay. And last month we had the dissection workshop. See here, every week we're going to break down an episode of one of our favorite Black shows. And so right now we are in the I May Destroy You era. Last era was Insecure, but on Patreon for the dissection workshop, we will be dissecting a feature film. Last month was Hereditary. We had a great time. Okay, hella information for a full-length film. And I listen to you. I enjoy you and I ask what you want, baby. Tell me what you want. And you guys told me this month, you guys want the Oscar award-winning film by none other than Bong Joon-ho, Parasite. That's right, on Patreon, Wednesday, June 29th, we will be live dissecting Parasite, the full feature-length film. And we get to chat and ask questions and talk in real time. As I see that big ass logo on my video on Zoom. Okay, on Zoom. Just like y'all are saying in the chat, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's jump right in. Patreon.com/JustLatasha for a whole bunch of extra content when you don't get to see me here twice a week. Don't miss that. All right, we have a lot to discuss tonight. We have a lot to discuss. Shout out to people who's in the room so far. I see a ton of my patrons in here. What up, CJ? What up, LB is here. I see Ellie Luna's here. Shout out to Ellie Luna. Mara's here. Trini Boy's here. What up, Damien? I see a whole bunch of my patrons in here. It's going to be a good night. All right. Let's not waste no more time. Here we go. I May Destroy You, episode 5. Let's do it, y'all. Was it heavy? Let's go. Okay. Make sure we work. All right. So obviously we wake up in the bed with Arabella and Zayn, the help. But she ain't really looking at him. She thinking about Biagio and what that safe romantic intimacy look like. And she up here laying next to this dude. For what? For why? he's not giving, right? Like he's not giving. She needs something satisfying. She needs something healthy, heavy, and he's not giving, but he's here. It is what it is. We knew. If y'all are OG to our dissection series, we knew what was up from jump. Somebody's in danger, girl. Okay? Look at these red pillows. Who is in danger? He destroys her. She's destroying herself. And the sex. Like, it's good. Like, we're happy we're here, but we need a bit more. So anytime we see a mirror in our series, we know that our character is having a split identity, right? And we discussed in the last episode what was happening with Arabella's reflection. Her trauma was getting closer and closer to her. She was trying to avoid that identity of herself, the one that has to acknowledge the truth of what had happened. But check out what happens here. We have our yoga meditation going. That's in red. We have our infamous monster jacket on that chair. That's in red. So ultimately, her reflection has flipped. The trauma's in 3D real life, and the healed version of herself, who she would like to be, is on the other side. That is a reflection. Her healed version is on the other side of that reflection. Her trauma done met her, y'all. It's in real time. It's in real time. And we have already started our second distraction of the day. You know, this is her particular story of being a victim of sexual assault, and she's fulfilling her life with all these distractions so she can keep running from the pain that's trying to hunt her down. And we tried sex, wasn't giving. Now let's go do some yoga, because the therapist said that's the least you can do, right? That's the least you can do. Check out the color scheme right here. All the red, all the danger is with homeboy in the back. It's with the help in the bed in the back. Okay. As soon as she distances herself from homeboy, from Zayn, look how neutral the colors become. Look how healthy. Look how peaceful when she distances herself from him, right? But also take a look at that bed area. It's red and blue. This is a mix of the danger and the cool, because as we've known with Zayn, he's portraying a dual identity. He's doing two roles at once. He's going to be your homeboy. He's going to be your friend. Let's pop some Cheetos, but he's going to slip the condom off when you're not looking. He's both. Okay. He's both. That's definitely why we have these stripes. That's definitely why we have all these linear lines. He's giving you two images at once. So we're going to start off here with an audience question. Right about here. We're gonna start right here. Do y'all think Zayn likes her? Like likes her? And I'll wait, because I know I have a lag on my feed. Adriana said, them stripes on that bed giving me prison tease. It's electric chair for me. It's jail. It's electric chair for me. Y'all are calling him trash in the chat already. We see. All right, first vote. Jazz says not at all. Jazz does not think Zayn likes her at all. What do y'all think? Naturella says no. Malik says nah. Ricky's not nice. He's a predator. Nope. Mara Cheese says he's really playing the good guy, but he's a whole assaulter. YouTube don't like that R word, but I see it. Okay. Courtney says, no, he likes manipulating women. Well, it seems like we have come to a sweeping decision here. We have come to a sweeping decision, and we have decided this is just manipulation. He's using her. He's wearing a mask, what we like to say over here. He's wearing a mask. Let me try to get a little bit of the... Is she giving? Okay. Here we go. If y'all follow me on Instagram, y'all know I was hyping up this shot. I also posted it on YouTube today. I think I tweeted it. This shot right here drove me crazy, y'all. Shout out to the Shy Podcast, my moderator. Everyone, please listen and follow to the Shy Podcast. That is Laura right there. She's been my longtime moderator. Shout out to you, Laura. This shot right here drove me crazy, y'all. Okay. So right before we get here, we have Arabella doing her little tumble bridge. London Bridge is falling down, back bends, and she's posting it to social media. And there's this thing that we do, especially as millennials, as Gen Z, we perform for likes, right? Like we're cool, we're hanging out, what's good? She's using her distraction for these likes and this approval. Now put a pin in it. We will come back. Put a pin in it, y'all. We are going to come back. Please bring your attention back to this shot. Do this or do this not look familiar? And I am choosing that grammar for comedic effect. I don't need no corrections. Do this or do this not look familiar? Audience, please chime in. Trini Boy says she is super flexible. Okay, Cranes in the Sky lyrics. Shy Podcast says, look out for that new content in August. We get it next month. Naturala Ali says, this was a huge theme in the episode for sure. This looks familiar, right? Let this look familiar. This is the position that actually recreates her original assault. And the gag is she ain't even know it. She ain't even know it. She had no idea. He's standing over her with the light shirt, dominating position. She's down on the floor looking up at him, surrounded by red. Guys, unbeknownst to her, this is a subconscious recreation of that original assault that she's trying to leave behind, right? And what he's able to do, what Zayn's able to do, is juxtapose this with the softness of his actions and his performative intentions and the directorial eye. They're literally not doing this on the bed because we need this to look exactly like what happened back in that bathroom stall. Now, if y'all ain't think I was really in it, let me get a little crazy on you. I'm actually going to bring it. Y'all see me. You see me working, right? I'm gonna take it a step further, and y'all really gonna think I'm on one with this. Here we go. Because I'm a spiritual girl. I ain't no yogi, but I'm a spiritual girl. I'm a numerology girl. I don't share that aspect here on YouTube because it's a lot. But this episode, and someone did mention theme earlier, this episode is a full circle theme. We are going full circle. And speaking of that, Ellie Luna says, the way we recreate our trauma and swear we're choosing it because we're not healed yet. Woo! This episode is all about full circles, cycles, completion of cycles. We're starting with that back bend, literally turning her body into a circle, uploading her social media posts. We see that buffering circle, right? She picks a Black podcast, shout out to, and I think those are real podcasts. Am I wrong? But there's not real podcasts of all these amazing, credible Black women creators that she shouted out and put on her show. And Issa Rae did that too in Insecure, and I think it was season 3 where we saw the read and we saw another round stickers in Issa's We Got Y'all cubicle. The Black podcast episode that she picks, episode 90, number 9, is the representation of a completion of a cycle. And the title of that episode is called Rearrange My Insides. Rearrange my insides. And I was like, is that a double entendre? Are we supposed to look into that title? Is that okay? Those are real podcasts. That's fire. That is so fire. Rearrange my insides. She's officially changing. We're coming full circle in this episode. She is officially changing from victor to survivor, and she is going to control her story. Well, let's look at it. Let's look at that. She is rearranging her inside. She's rearranging what she's made of. Let's look at it. Awakening, new journey, starting anew. She awakes to the truth and literally faces the intention, faces Zayn's secret intention that was occurring this entire time behind her back. That's why we're seeing her. She turned around for once. What the hell going on back there? She saw it. What the hell going on back there? And what is she facing? Look at this little guy in the corner. I don't know if my arrow shows up. Look at that little guy in the corner. That's Zayn. That's Zayn's representative. That's the mask. She's facing the mannequin. She's facing the representation that he presented her this entire time. She's finally seeing the truth. Look at it sitting back there watching her. Huh? Look at them lined up. He put his dummy down. He put his mask down. He's 2 in 1. Okay. He is 2 in 1, literally aligned with his mask. That ain't no mistake. They put that in there. Intentional. So we mad. We just learned, it was confirmed that when a condom is removed without your knowledge, that is officially considered another sexual assault. That is considered sexual assault. It has been confirmed. Our girl is pissed. She's on a rampage, right? She ain't put no clothes on. She ain't put no pants on. But this was intentional too. And we're gonna get a little deeper here. She's literally walking in the street with her underwear, wearing the cloak of her abuser over her lingerie. She's literally cloaking her assaulter over her sexuality. And in this podcast, they say, as we're watching her walk, the look on the abuser's face when they're called out is a look of shame as she's doing the walk of shame, right? She's supposedly wearing shame, but when you out your abuser and you call them out on a BS, they wear the look of shame. We're about to meet in the middle. We're about to meet in the middle. This was Zayn's place, Mara. Ricky said, why did he only take a 3-second bath? So nasty. QTNA, questions that need answers. I don't have that one. I'm so sorry. Listen, all right? Now I'm gonna get a little crazier on y'all because I want to pay attention to everything. I want to pay attention to everything. Here we go. If you guys noticed the addresses last night on the doors, and I love to do this. I love to look at detail. I love to do this. The addresses go from 87 to 89. So which one is she walking in? 91. She's walking in building 91. And in numerology, when you have digits, you add them up until they make 1 again. That's 11. Skip that. Skip that. Skip it. Wait, did I do that right? Yeah, that's fucking 10. The address is 91, which would make 10, and 10 represents a new cycle, or 1 will represent a new cycle. But anyway, skip it. Too deep. Oh, here we go. This was one of the coolest shots I've seen in a long time. This switch, right? When she goes and gets dressed, she walks in and walks right back out. This switch, it happens in 2 seconds. This is literally the transformation from victim to survivor. She walks in wearing her shame, her sexuality, her lingerie, and she walks out in this, right? This new masculine, shapeless, disconnecting from the femininity, disconnecting from the femininity, because in her experience, her femininity was assaulted. Her femininity represents a victim. So what do we got to do to put on our armor? What do we got to do to turn into this survivor soldier, right? We need a whole different vibe. We need a whole different look. All right. Naturella says she got combat pants on. We're ready for war. Because once was a lot. You dare do 2? Let me show you something, because we're not getting to 3. That's what we're not doing. We're not getting to 3. Look at her transform in 2 seconds from victim to survivor. She's ready. Let's talk black hair. First of all, the black women doing your hair, taking off that wig, showing them scratched up cornrows up under that wig she's been wearing for months, right? This is literally the removal. There's something freeing, especially that black women do when they do the big chop, when they take off their wig, when they get their hair done. You're stepping into your zhuzh. You're stepping into your everything. You're stepping right into it, right? She's literally removing the veil over her eyes, stepping fully into this new woman. And now we're starting to see red. Now, red, for a lot of what Arabella was going through, represented her being in danger. But let me tell you something. We're in survivor mode now. She is the danger. Her stylist got on red nails. The stylist in the back got that red hair with them red kicks. Arabella is the danger. Watch, because we're mad. Got a lot to be mad about. Let's do it. We're mad. We are so mad. Whew, so we're making progress and trying to figure out who did it to our girl? Who did it? We're making progress. We're down back at the precinct. We're getting an arrest. Things are starting to be confirmed. We need some DNA. We need some DNA matches. We got a suspect. Everything's happening, right? I want to take a look at the colors between Arabella and Kwame because our friends are aligned, and they're aligned because they shared a very similar experience recently, whether or not each other even knows. And then we can take a look at the background, right? There's different panels, there's different lighting, there's different objects in front of each of our characters, because even though you may align, even though you may disconnect, that's still coming from very specific points of view. So if you look behind Kwame, who has like this brown paneling, it's almost like he's in prison. He's keeping the secret to himself. No one knows. He hasn't reported. He hasn't even claimed it yet. He's keeping this to himself, right? But Arabella, she has to tell Biagio what happened. So she locks it up. There's some people that can know and some people that can't. Some people got the access code, some people don't. Some people got the key, some people don't. She's locking it up. She's protecting it with intention, right? And it's different. Even though Arabella and Kwame are aligned with similar colors, she is wearing the abuser's uniform. She's wearing the danger. She's wearing the attacker's uniform, but Kwame is wearing the victim uniform. Same color, different intentions, right? Elma says, Kwame looks so traumatized. Bless him. Listen. Salt to the Earth says they're all thinking about their own situations. Absolutely. Absolutely. Tinashe says Kwame's face in this scene, though, the trauma, it's so heavy. It's so heavy. We got a lot to talk about right here. I'm just going to pause it just for a second, right? So, very important information revealed in this scene. The problem with people not knowing what is a crime versus what isn't is what affects the unreported statistic numbers. How can you report if you don't even know something bad happened to you? This is about giving information. This show is to serve the public. It's to serve women and men who have been a victim of sexual assault. It's defining it for you while you're watching these characters. You have proof that says legally and via your Black entertainment, hey, if this happened to you, this is an assault, right? And the podcast that Arabella listened to earlier confirmed it. These police officers, these detectives confirm it for her. And this totally erases all of Zayn's gaslighting. She is confirmed that something that shouldn't have happened to her, and it's time for somebody to take some damn accountability. This also helps Kwame. This helps him put a definition on what happened to him during consensual sex. He said yes to Horny Man 808, right? And his body was mishandled. So now I'm thinking about like real statistical numbers right now. The numbers are already off for reported sexual assault. A lot of people don't even report because they're not going to get the support that they need, or they live in fear, or all these other factors that stops them from reporting, period. And many don't even report because they don't even know that they were assaulted. The definitions weren't clear. So imagine the numbers that we do have right now. Imagine how wrong those are. Imagine how many more assault cases there are that we just have no idea about because we didn't have the language. You didn't have the definition. I want to talk about Arabella's hair because it's gone. It's so good. It's so good. I used to have this hairstyle back in like 2010. I was out there. I was doing it, all right? Salt to the Earth says the officer was depicted perfectly. The fact that he was an uncomfortable Black police officer. Oh, Salt, you skipping. I'm gonna come back. You skipping. Adriana says, I fear Kwame wasn't gonna get the justice because he's a gay Black man. We're gonna get there, y'all. I promise we're gonna get there. Let's talk about Arabella's hair real quick. See, there was a story, I don't know if y'all familiar. It's about a man named Samsonite, okay, where he carried all of his power in his hair. And when his hair was cut off, the power was drained from his body. He had nothing to give, right? Well, here you have a Black woman who removed her wig, and cut off the braids that were under it. We know it was still a wig. Production didn't glue that down right, but we know it was still a wig. But for the sake of the universe, she cut those braids off too. Let it all go, right? A Black woman cut it off. Arabella awakens, and then here in this room, the Black detective compliments it. Her being hairless is her power. She is empowered by cutting it all off. And we do that a lot for Black women, especially. We saw it in our Waiting to Exhale. When a Black woman gets a haircut, you in danger, girl. When a Black woman gets a haircut, you got to stop, okay? This is also the removal of a beauty standard and the policing of Black women's bodies and performances, right? We're letting it all go because the male gaze is what helped destroy us and turn us into a victim. So F that. F your gaze. F your gaze. I'm detaching from shapely feminine clothing. I ain't got no hair. What's up? Right? And it reminds me, I'm seeing Terry still sitting here in green and in her hair. And we think about what happened a few episodes with her feminist beauty campaign, where Terry's hair was weaponized against her and her access to opportunity. So you have someone here with no hair who was awakening to her power, and you have a friend on the side who still has some learning to do, right? Still has some detachments to do. Terry's got to take a journey. Terry's got to take a journey. All right. Speaking of journeys, we see this color green again. Green represents new paths, new growths, new journeys for our character. So something happened in that room with Kwame and he changed, right? He learned something and there's something to handle. And you can see by his search results that they match that jacket. He is aligned with discovering this new journey because after that assault, there's no going back. There's no going back to who you used to be and what you used to know. You will be forever changed. Now that you are armed with information, you will be forever changed. And he's moving forward to go handle that. Go ahead, Kwame. This show does a lot. This show does a lot. This show does a lot. Let's talk about The Office. Let's look at the two sides of this table. Let's talk about The Office, right? We got the naive white folks who ain't clued in on shit but they privilege versus we've been through some shit side, right? You have your naive white privileged folks dressed in white, not knowing nothing, and you got people who've been through some things on the other side of that table. And the agents are clueless. They've been clueless this entire time about how to handle Arabella, right? They have no idea how to handle her assault. And they have no idea how to handle her Blackness, white man and white woman. However, the publisher, Suzie Henny, come on, Suzie, the publisher and the assistant, Sean, well, they do. You have Sean who was assaulted so she can relate to Arabella, and you got a Black woman, Suzie, who can relate to Arabella. You have the other side of the table who's like, we see you. And what's really great about Suzie is that she was the first one to approve of Arabella's work. Incomplete, imperfect. Hey, you showed up and you did what you could do. You did what you could do, and I praise you, and it's good. She got that from a Black woman. Let's not miss that. It was denied by Zayn. It was denied by the agents. We don't know what genre. We don't know where it's going. It's incomplete. Is it finished? We have the first approval by a Black woman. Come on, Suzie. And there's just certain language. If you're not about that life, you ain't going to understand it. And then Suzie turns to these white agents and asks, why is Arabella failing? Why? Because Black women, we get blamed. We are to be blamed. We don't get no slack. We don't get no rest. We don't get no forgiveness. We are to be blamed. Here comes our hero, a Black woman. Why is Arabella failing? Is that her fault or yours? Why wouldn't you set up your talent to win? She's assigned to you. She's supposed to bring you money. She's supposed to be giving you work so y'all all can make it. Why aren't you setting her up to win? But you want to sit here in my face and tell me what she ain't doing. I'll slap you in the teeth. Zoe Haynes says, I can't decide if Suzie was exploiting Arabella's rape or encouraging her to speak out. I wonder what y'all think about that. I know what I think about it. I know what I think. Kay says, interesting that the white woman was shocked about the new haircut, but Suzie loved it. They can't relate. They have no idea. They have no idea. All right. There's joy when another Black person's in a room. I'll be giddy. I'll be like, what up, Debbie up, like, you know, there's such joy when you see one of us. You hit them with that Whitney, there's such joy, right? But you can see with the colors in this background that's going on right now. Susie's been through some stuff. Look at that dark color, but Arabella, she brought that wound with her. She brought that fight with her. She brought that passion with her. It goes with her wherever she goes now. Right? She's got that fight. She brought it with her in the room. But with Suzie, look at that cool blue right behind her. She can find some rest. Ain't nobody in this room that you can possibly confide in, relate to, understand you. But because you're Black, that is more than enough. You can rest here. And Suzie confirms, yet another Black woman confirms, I love your hair. I love it. And this white lady, she tried to impose herself on it, but we don't need you here. Out of here. Go. Go. You can rest here. Whoo. See, they say, Suzie, you're Black. Don't you wish you could just exclaim that? Don't you just want to exclaim that when you see your people? All right. So if you look right in front of Arabella's eyes, you see that fight, you see that wound there, and look who matches it. Look who comes up the stairs and matches that wound. Now, I want y'all to look at the shot because y'all might have missed something. Y'all might have missed something. Zayn is also Sean's wound. Look how they're aligned. Arabella and Zayn are aligned horizontally. Sean and Zayn are aligned vertically. He affected two people in that room. That's the damage he caused. He affected two people in that room. Look how they both align with him. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. And it was really funny because the side he sits on, I'm gonna call it the oppressive side. He sat on the oppressive side, the white side. And he does something so insidious. And I don't even know if it was true. Y'all tell me if y'all let me know it was true, right? He pretended not to know who Sean was. Yeah, I think he was pretending, or he really forgot because it's that many victims. Sean didn't forget. She knew exactly who he was. You don't forget something like that. You don't forget when somebody does something like that to you. Y'all think he was being honest, or y'all think he was putting on a front for this room? Love Dia says he acted like he ain't know her. The lies, the lies. Y'all just keep saying trash, Damien, trash. I don't know people's frying, y'all. Shannon Doa says he was fake as hell. Tanasha says it's funny that there was no mention of Zayn's lateness, but they were already coming for Bella. Say that. He gets to just waltz in. He gets to just waltz. Oh, Zoe says Suzie has on a red lipstick. Her words are untrustworthy, but Arabella owns that color later when she destroys Zayn. Come on, connections. I like that. I like that. Let's move on. Look at this. Look at this shot, you guys. Look at this one. Now, last episode, the therapist said there will be numbness to your truth as a side effect. Sometimes you would just go numb. This is the moment she actually says it for the first time. She just says it. I was assaulted. Look at the muted colors. Look how she disappears into the background. Look how she doesn't stand out, how she kind of fades away. Look at the expression on her face as if it doesn't bother her at all, knowing it's infiltrating every aspect of her mind and her life. It took her so long to even say it, to even confront it. And when she finally has an admission, look how bland it is. And in here, she's doing some, she's got her swords out. She's toying by naming Zayn as an assaulter in front of this room. She put that power right in her hands, right? She put that power right in her hands. Somebody assaulted me. It was Zayn. Psych. He was there to help. Play with me if you want to. Play with me if you want to. Gang, gang, right? And with a powerful story like that, Suzie invites her to have a speech, and she says, "Tell your story." There's some iffies in the comments about whether or not that was with well intentions or not, but she says, "Tell your story tonight at the Writers' Summit, and don't make it by nobody white. White people are not allowed. This is an Africans only live. This is an Africans only live. This is an Africans only live." What? Me? Zayn? No, I didn't say Zayn. No, I didn't even say Zayn. I didn't say Zayn. Africans only live. Suzie said, "Don't bring no whites around here." I want y'all to see something. This episode moved me in so many ways. We're back to yoga. We're back to another healing version to care for this trauma. Like the therapist said, do some yoga, hang with your friends, do what you have to do to stay away from those flashes, right? So we're back in yoga, but there's energy here, right? There's energy here. Arabella becomes the bullet. She wants all the smoke. She's ready to shoot. She is the danger, and she has total permission because Suzie just told her, "That's the story I want to hear. Plan and act. Plan activated. Watch me shoot. Follow me. Follow me." Let's go back to another healing distraction on account of our therapist. We're going to paint. Everybody hated painting in the beginning, but now everybody damn painting. Erica says, "You may not bring your white spouse." Everybody like paint all of a sudden. Let's look at the colors of our characters and look what they're wearing, right? So you have Arabella dressed in white, and you have Zayn dressed in these grays and these blacks. And we're here right now, we're looking at our victim versus our abuser, but look right behind them. Look right behind them. The colors are inverted. See, on the surface level, it looks like I'm the victim and you're the attacker, but there's a plan, there's subtext, there's an undercurrent of an intention here. Don't take Arabella for no fool, because we gonna blindside you. You standing in front of that light, not even seeing it's coming. I got darkness and I'm gonna use it to save myself. I'm gonna use it to save myself. Arabella's bringing her darkness and we gonna ruin it all. You think you're living in the light now, but we about to ruin it all. Hold up. I want you to take a look at, there's a tiny little detail at the bottom. Arabella is facing the same direction as Zayn's mannequin. She's assumed the mask. She's showing him a different face now because there's a plan in action. He has no idea. She's playing nice, right? There's a plan in action. I'm gonna wear your mask now. I had on your shirt this morning. I'm gonna take you through something, right? And you can see through the set design, there's all these sharp lines by Zayn. There's all these grids, these little sharp, pokey, sticky, like needle-looking paintbrushes. And she's doing something powerful here. She's using her healing to face the problem head on, right? Whew. So she says it out loud, but if you watch too fast, it may have looked like a mistake, but it surely wasn't a mistake. And she says, "You are my abuser." She says it right in his face. Marion says Zayn was anxious the whole time. Lay said the spotlight will be on him soon. Muhammad says it's like bait. She wants him to take it if he is not an abuser, but he can't because he knows what he did was trash, right? Kay says Arabella already made up her mind and she was in total control, no longer scared. And when he's like, "What did you say? What did you call me? What did you do?" We get to this wide shot. You've been exposed. This camera goes super wide. And you can see all of him. He's sitting like a meek little weakling, little bitch. Little bitch. Right? Camera goes wide. He looks small and stupid. I didn't say anything. No, I said my abuser from earlier. Like, I'm going to go handle that. Call that reverse gaslighting. You try a taste of your own medicine, right? She gaslights him back, spins his mental in a tizzy. gets your guard up, softens it, knocks you back down, puts your guard back down. You don't know where you at. I'm not giving you a chance to think. I'm not giving you a chance to defend yourself. She gaslights him right back, does not admit her truth in order to keep him right in her pocket. And after a threatening admission, she meets him with softness directly afterwards to lower his guard and confuse him. You did that to me yesterday. How you like that? How you like that taste? Zoe says, look at how they're standing, Latasha, in boxing. Someone who stands with their full front wants all the smoke, Arabella. And Zayn is in what's called a friendly kickstance to trick your opponent. I like it, Zoe. I like that, Zoe. Whoo! Cameron says she tripped him up. Got him. Yeet. Got him. We calling it reverse gaslighting. Gang, gang, G gang, G gang. Don't gaslight people. So we started this episode with the monster jacket in the room. But now as we coming into full, we're stepping into our plan because we're gonna shoot. We stepping right into our plan. Arabella is the monster. Ain't no more eyes. She ain't wearing no more eyes on her back. Those eyes have become her own. And there's a powerful thing that happens. When you go from victim to survivor, there's a powerful thing that happens. You use your wound to help you. Ain't scared of no red. Watch me wear it. Watch me wear this and I will destroy. I may destroy, but I will destroy you. Use your wound to help you. She is the monster. Monster jacket has become her, right? Now we're going to take a quick break here because we have to have this conversation about Kwame. He's not having a good time. Okay. We've watched women come to Arabella's rescue and be passionate and be diligent and give care and follow through. Kwame's not getting any of that, right? And this is through several layers. You know, when men have assault situations, their stories are not taken as seriously because their masculinity, especially Kwame is a dark-skinned man, he's muscular and fit. He plays into masculinity, which can be used against men. This is a detriment to men because when they do need help when it comes to their sexuality, there's no protection. Men are groomed to like sex and want sex no matter how they get it, right? There's another layer here. Kwame's gay. And when you have gay men who engage in sexual acts, there's no protection for them. There's no protection. And they, in many cases, are often blamed or they go unprotected when they suffer a sexual violence. And we have this Black police officer, this we can assume heterosexual. He has no idea how to even speak to a gay man, using the incorrect language and energy and taking it as a joke, gaslighting Kwame, asking him these humiliating, illogical questions that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. And so Kwame gets so frustrated and he keeps hitting this brick wall that he's just encouraged to drop it and leave. I could have somebody walk you out. Like, I don't even know. Like, I don't even. And this also is a critique on the police force, how ill-equipped. You can't gun and baton your way into helping every situation. You can't. There should be special departments of specially trained professionals to deal with special cases. What is this dum-dum doing in the room of Kwame? Ill-equipped to handle this situation and this emergency. Ill-equipped. Naturalis says, Kwame kept telling him he had the address. I have information that's actually useful here. He didn't even want it. He wanted to know about Horny Man 808. CJ says, I wanted them to be there for him, but he would have had to be willing to share that trauma. I knew he was going to have a crap experience at the station. Damn. Salt of the Earth says the Grinder name made it even worse because he gave homie the Grinder name. Woo! Woo! Adriana says this, once I saw a man walk through that door, I knew it wasn't going to go the way it should have. Men don't even have each other's back. How so? Show me. Black Al. This huge double entendre, this huge sign. He's given us a sign. This goes back to Damon. When Damon left that threesome situation, Damon technically, metaphorically, left the door open for violence to enter, for danger to enter. This sign says the door must be shut at all times. You're putting people in danger by having it open. By Damon leaving and shutting the door, it opened the door for Kwame's danger. In the literal situation right here, security leaves the door open to endanger Kwame and not protect him. There's a sign on the door to do your job, to protect the people inside, and he could care less. He could care less. I hope Horny Man lost a toe. I hope Horny Man scratched his nipple and it will never heal because the nipple's a sensitive part of the skin. I hope Horny Man has a receding hairline that can never be solved by a lace front or Rogaine. I hope Horny Man, just as time progresses, just becomes pigeon-toed. Like, you know, I just want him to be severely inconvenienced for like the rest of his life. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Zoe says, let's discuss the use of the number 808, a very loud drum. The noise of the assaulter's name drowns out Kwame's cry for help. Zoe, who are you? Who are you? You win tonight's dissection. You win. I'm getting out of here. You guys don't need me anymore. You're incredible. Zoe wins tonight's dissection. Wow. Wow, that was beautiful and poetic. I love it. Elle says, I hope you got a paper cut on that eggplant. Shall we? Shall we discuss? Shall we discuss? Again, Arabella becomes the assault. She becomes the wound. She becomes the danger. I have a question for the audience. If you guys are ready, let me know. I have a question for the audience. If you guys are ready, let me know. Whew. So the question is, looking at this shot, has Arabella destroyed herself? And if not, who will she destroy? Has Arabella destroyed herself? Who will she destroy? We didn't talk about that yet, Damien. Courtney says she will destroy her abusers. Elle says she destroyed the victim within her. Destroy the victim. Come on, Elle. Abnormal Paradise says all the men who manipulate or blame women. America says Simon's next. CJ says she about to destroy Zayn. DJ says, nah, she hadn't destroyed herself. This is how she takes back her power. She's empowered. She's taking control. She becomes a destroyer. Police are useless. ACAB, ACAB. Naturala says she will destroy the victimhood narrative associated with sexual assault. Y'all are in tune. Let's go. Trini Boy says Arabella is destroying herself and everything else in her warpath. Morally, Grease says, I think she destroyed a version of herself as she's becoming someone new. You guys are incredible. You guys are absolutely incredible. And I love it. I love it. But DJ Webster says she hasn't destroyed herself yet. Well, let's see. Clear as day. The stage is set for Arabella's bloodbath. Look at those blood red curtains. This is her domain. You've entered her war zone. Arabella, she sets the stage up, she shoots, she wins in a way that she says it so clearly. He gaslighted me. He is my abuser. He's done this to more than one woman. I am sure. I am not taking it back. In fact, if you missed it, let me say it again. He is my abuser. He did gaslight me. There's more than one victim. She shoots and she wins, and victims are never, barely, ever celebrated in society for outing their abusers. Never, ever. This is her domain. This is her cage match. She just beat your ass. Shame. Shame. Shame on you, little bitch. This is where shame belongs, on the abusers, never the women, never the men, never the victims, never the people who have had to be a casualty of someone else's sickness. This is where shame belongs, only on the person who has assaulted. And Terry in the back, shivering in her timbers, says, you're going to feel it. You are going to feel it. You guys are talking about Terry backing out on Arabella. You guys see, yes, but I want to attune to the major themes, because I don't want the video going on too long. I don't want the video to be an hour and a half. So there are some stuff that I have to cut out, but I see you guys talking about Terry bailing on Arabella yet again. Left her in Italy. She left, right? This is a moment in their friendship. She bails out on doing the reading for Arabella, but sometimes somebody failing you is the blessing. This moment wouldn't have happened. This moment wouldn't have washed over Arabella if Terry would have read the work. Then we would have just had Terry read the work. But it shoved Arabella into the spotlight to take command of her truth and call it out. You're going to feel it, little bitch. You're going to feel it. Fuck this guy. Huh? Fuck this guy. I mean, we were rooting for you. But you know what? Why I wanted to fall in love with a drug dealer is beyond me. I don't have the best taste in men. I'll say it. Yeah, I said I got an hour and a half. I'll say it. We were rooting for this guy. Look at the crazy in his eyes, right? Fuck that guy. When we met Biagio, who was sitting here blaming Arabella from top to bottom, that this happening is all her fault, is the complete opposite of how we met him, when he cared about her, right? He cared about her, but that was also a mask. He wasn't really caring about her. He was conditioning her. He was prepping her for the blame. I'm teaching you how to not get assaulted. Well, no, because assault happens. It shouldn't be on how people maneuver themselves in a assaulting society. Society should not assault. Like that's not what we're here for, right? And this is where we put a pin in it earlier in this dissection. We've come back full circle from the moment she woke up fantasizing about the safety of his love and the safety of her sexuality with him. Surprise, bitch, didn't think you'd see me. It doesn't exist. It doesn't goddamn exist. It doesn't goddamn exist. Yes, naturally. He also blamed her before she even got up on that stage. He was giving her hell before she even got up on that stage. And he comes back to finish the job here. JJ says, Ben Gay can kick rocks. He ain't care. He ain't care. This is the nice guy, right? This is the nice guy until the conditions of them caring about you get crossed. Then they have all the heat in the world. They have all the destruction in the world waiting for you on the other side. Blaming her for her assault. More upset that her assault is affecting him. The hypocrisy. He makes a living off of destroying others. I took a drink from you. That was okay. You wanted me to trust you. But now that I took a drink from some other dude and I got spiked. Now you got something to say. Now you have words. Girl, fuck you. Girl, fuck you. Is you dumb? Is you absolutely dumb? And this is the conditioning of the nice guy syndrome. You can trust me, you can trust me, you can trust me, but somebody looks exactly like you. And when I engage them the same way I engage you and get hurt over here, that's my fault. Y'all look the same. What do you not understanding? Why are you running? Why are you running? What do you not understand? That guy looked exactly like you. You wanted me to trust you. And then when you have these nice guys and you have your guard up and you're treating them like they might be an abuser because you don't know yet, they get mad because you ain't let your guard down with them fast enough upon meeting. You should know I'm one of the real ones. We don't fucking know. That's the problem. We don't fucking know. Okay? We don't know. So we come back to victim blaming for the circumstances instead of blaming the actions of the assaulters, right? And what these nice guys like to do, like what these nice guys do is sex with women is really self-serving. It's conditional. It's up to their standards, to their boundaries, right? And if something happens to you, it is your fault and you are not worthy of my protection or my care or my softness anymore. I will join the world in destroying you. Fuck that guy. Huh? Fuck that guy. Huh? We put a pin in this earlier. We've come back to our last full circle moment. Remember when she was performing her distraction? She was performing her yoga for the camera. She was performing to get those likes and those shares and that engagement. But now she is using her truth. She cried for 2 seconds. We cleaned it up. Black women are not allowed to grieve. We're not allowed to hurt. And she's really afraid of this trauma. She is so afraid to stop and feel the full weight of this grief. All these men that have let her down. She can't feel that yet. We've got to keep running, right? This is a defense mechanism. Instead of using one of her distractions to get the validation that she's so seeking in this real life, she uses her truth to do it. She's become a shero. And she's positioning her truth, not because she's actually facing it in real life, because she's still running, but she's using it as a performance tool to engage the social media love and approval that she's not finding. She is not finding validation in real life. She is seeking it desperately. And you need it more than ever, especially after you've been invalidated over and over and over again. Hit that like on my Instagram, please. Please. It would make me feel so good. It would make me feel so good. Woo. I love this show. I don't know what to tell y'all. I love this show. It is so deep. There's so many layers to look at and dissect. And listen, this is why I say people go ahead and talk about the show. They can go ahead and review it. Go on and do it. Go review, go tell what had happened. When you come here, when you come right here, nigga, when you get over here, nigga, we go just a little deeper. Just a little deeper. This was the dissection of I May Destroy You, HBO, starring Michaela Cole, episode 5. I thank you guys so much for being here. Later this month on Patreon, I am having a dissection workshop. Sign up for it, sign up for it, sign up for it, sign up for it, sign up for it. We are dissecting Parasite, the Oscar award-winning film, Wednesday, July 29th. Do not miss it. If there are any screenwriters in the room, I do on my Patreon have a send your script here where I will be giving you feedback, a script consultation. If you guys buy into that, I have 4 slots available. I may have 3 left for the month. We just started all new slots. So make sure you sign up for that. And if you want an extra stream on Sundays, come on over for $5. You guys get you an extra stream for Boozy Burn Sundays, only exclusive to my Patreon. Everyone else, I will be here, the 8 p.m. show, EST, every Thursday night right here, talking about the week's largest topic in Black culture. I'll be doing a whole lot. Do not leave this video without giving a thumbs up. Do not leave this video without subscribing. And let me come to the chat for my last minute comments. Let's see what y'all are saying. I don't know how many episodes is left, Malik. Zoe says his name is Limping from here on out. Now that I know Biagio is Italian for limping, I will never respect him. As the winner of this dissection, we have no other choice but to oblige. Yes. Samara says Arabella's looking for affirmation in all the wrong places. She's too busy running away to face her pain and process it. It's heavy, and you can't blame her. You can't blame victims for how long it takes for them to heal. Some victims realize they've been carrying and they've been stuck in that moment for years. They never look at that moment again for years, decades. And then one day they're like, I gotta put this down. It just happened. We're watching her process this in real time. Tinashe asks, why does everyone besides Kwame constantly let her down? And why doesn't Kwame feel comfortable confiding in her? Why doesn't he do it? Has anyone else wondered that? Has anyone else wondered that? Yes. I'm going to say this so wrong. Shenandoah. She turns to social media to receive the love she was missing. Absolutely. Absolutely. I thank you, Shy Podcast, for moderating. Yet again, you are incredible. I thank each and every one of you who are here. Thank you for joining in the chat. Thank you for dissecting with me. I'll be back. I May Destroy You next Monday live at 6 and on Thursdays for the 8 p.m. show live. Don't be late. I'll see y'all next time.